Well, hello, my beautiful Cancerians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of September, right through the end of October 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know regarding their career and their money situation? Can you please guide them? What are they meant to see for the next coming weeks and months? Now, your first card there is the Key. Okay, so lots of revelations this month, new information coming in towards you, a major breakthrough happening there for you as well. I do see a little bit of stress you've been under, a lot of pressure recently, working extra hard. And we also have the dice, which is the equivalent of the Wheel of Fortune. So there is going to be an energy here of better luck on its way for you, but some of you are taking some sort of calculated risk in your career in order to level up in some way. But we will get to the energy when we get all the cards. We got the Lover's card there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know regarding their career sector? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Now, I do have a bit of an energy of fluctuation. So it can be that there are moments when you feel that you are excited about what you do, and then suddenly you feel that you're stuck in a rut, or you feel it's the same old thing, just a different day. You're trying to manifest new opportunities here. You're vibing at a frequency to really invest in what your heart wants when it comes to your career. And I feel some of you, there's a desire for more independence, okay? So maybe you feel there is someone micromanaging you in your working environment right now, or you feel that you want to branch out on your own and do something where you're your own boss. And if you're already an entrepreneur, it could be that, you really want to get moving ahead on a project, but you feel you have to wait for all the variables to be in place before you can launch it. When you're in the strategizing phase of something, you're excited, but you want to really rush in and move forward on it, but there are certain procedures or steps that you need to take before you actually launch it. So you may be feeling a little bit stuck in a rut, as it were, before you can actually do that. You have a couple of 7s going on here. So some of you are feeling a little bit dissatisfied with the way things are going right now, and you're looking at your options. Oh, my guides want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? I mean, I'm looking at your energy, and it feels like, yes, there are some breakthroughs here. I feel the beginning of October, it's kind of like business as usual. Gotta be honest with you. I feel like you're sustaining your effort, you're gathering momentum, but at the same time, I feel, you are maintaining the status quo. I also see here that there is an energy of either launching something. Now, it could be a project, or it could be you thinking about being an entrepreneur, because I'm getting strong kind of energy to have a bold new adventure. I definitely see you're determined, very focused, very productive this month, but there's something that you feel is either a little bit risky, or it could go either way, but you're still going to go through it. You're still going to go for it. But I feel like you are making a plan first and sticking to that plan before you launch it or, dive on in. But let's get to your energy. I see some of you there is a breakthrough happening for your career. I feel with the Ace of Pentacles, some of you could be offered a raise or even a bonus, or there's talk of a bonus there, because I'm getting an energy, and I got to be honest with you, the energy that I'm being given. Some of you are feeling a little bit antsy. You may be feeling a little bit like frustrated in some way. It may be that you feel you are overworked, overburdened, you feel there's no support, and you feel that there's an energy here of you feeling that someone is skiving, that they're not doing what they should be doing. You may feel it's a trickster in the working environment, or they leave everything to everybody else, or they're just coasting. Okay, so if you work in a company, I'm getting strong vibes that you're keeping your eye on someone who's just not pulling their weight, and it means that the rest of you are having to pick up the slack. For some of you, if you're an entrepreneur and you have someone working for you, it could be that you're keeping an eye on someone, that you're not completely satisfied with their productivity, and you may actually catch them in the next couple of weeks, either just surfing the internet, or, I'm seeing this image and it's like solitaire. Okay, so it feels like some of you may catch them like playing games online, or doing something that perhaps they shouldn't be doing, and you may have to have a big meeting with this person. So if you're an entrepreneur and you work for yourself, this could be that for some of you there is something that is offered to you that seems a little bit too good to be true. It could be the price of something. So if it seems like a bit of a weird website, for example, and you're like, oh, this is like a major discount on something that you need for your business, I would say investigate it a little bit further, just to make sure, because you do have a Seven of Swords here, and that can indicate that perhaps there is something that seems a little bit too good to be true. Okay, but let's get to your cards in general. We've got the key. Now, as you can see, the key, there's a padlock there, but it kind of is in the shape of a heart, okay? And it's covered there by the Lover's card. So some of you, I mean, not all of you, but some of you, although you're invested fully in your career, you could also have love on your mind. So this could be something personal that you are going through behind the scenes, and you're trying to launch yourself into work in order to keep your mind off this thing that is personal. So for some of you, you may feel slightly distracted, but I do feel that you will get back on target, and whatever it is that's going on behind the scenes in your personal life, I feel like you will resolve it, and I feel there's a lot more peace of mind, okay? So if you're going through something like that, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. But this is a card of research, okay? Getting answers. So a lot of you are in the flow of just being productive in your everyday tasks and responsibilities, but you may learn something, or something is revealed to you in the next 6 weeks that makes you see your working environment in a very different way. Now, this could be a person where you feel a little bit disappointed with this person, but it could also be some restructures going on behind the scenes, because I feel there's a lot of expose energy around this card. It says here, answers, unlock, revelation, open, yes, a breakthrough, a solution, fate, and karma. Now, on a personal level, because this is your protagonist energy, there's going to be a lot of opportunity opening up for you right now. But I do see there is some restructure going on in your working environment, whether it's new policies, regulations, or maybe even a merge or even a demerge going on. There's something going on behind the scenes, and you may be privy to it, or you may discover it by accident. So it could be that you walk in on a conversation, or you see some documents, and you're like, whoa, okay? I feel it helps inform you and your decisions. I mean, looking at your energy with the Knight of Wands there and the Ace of Coins, I feel like you're being offered incentives to stay, that you're someone who is really valued as a team member. So if there is some merger or demerger going on, I feel like looking at the energy that, you are kind of like staying put, okay? I don't feel like you're being made redundant. That's the energy I've got there. But there may be some redundancies going on behind the scenes in the company or the industry that you work in, okay? So I got to be honest with you with the energy that I see, but looking at your energy, I feel if anyone's moving, you're the one deciding to move. Let's put it that way, okay? Now, for the majority of you, this is about you finding things that you need for your everyday circumstances. So some of you may be hunting out documents that you need to revisit. Some of you may actually be doing a lot of filing this month. I mean, I get this energy. It's kind of like business as usual. I also feel that there is a major breakthrough here for you where you're offered something in your career sector that feels very beneficial. It feels like a bonus. Now, it doesn't have to be a financial bonus, but I feel a lot of you it is. But more than anything, I feel like there is something coming in. It could be a piece of news that helps you realize that actually you're on the right path, or it's a real incentive to stay on course. I'm also being given a song. Okay, now this is interesting song. I'm hearing Kate Bush singing, but I feel like it's not her song. Okay, and it's called actually I don't know what it's called, to be honest, but I'm just hearing this lyric, "Don't give up." Okay. Oh, I nearly sang there for you. Nobody needs to hear that, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna look that song up because I can't think of the name of the song. Maybe it's called "Don't Give Up," but anyway, I feel perhaps there's something that you've thought about leaving or thought about giving up on. You feel it's not working. I actually see in the next 6 weeks you get a breakthrough on it. So I feel that is an incentive to not give up on it. So if there's something you've been working hard to achieve or accomplish and it's just hard, and at every turn it feels like there's a blockade, or because it feels very much like the moment you think, you know what, I'm fed up, forget that. Suddenly there's a breakthrough and it works in your favor. The universe is sending you a nice surprise. Yeah. Three of Swords, there's something that's difficult. And the Six of Pentacles is a card of readdressing the balance. Fate and karma and destiny step in. So if you are struggling with your career in some way, or you've been finding it just extra difficult because there's a lot of pressure going on in your reading, and I feel like you're overstretched, overworked, and no support, that Three of Swords, it can indicate that there's a lot of difficulty. And the Six of Pentacles literally means fate or destiny, which is connected to this card, steps in to bring you a breakthrough. It pays more attention to you, and there is some sort of resource being offered to you. So I feel it really helps in your circumstance. So whether that's support, maybe you are offered someone who can come in and support you, someone who is a PA perhaps, or someone who can, do some of the extra jobs that perhaps you've been laden with. For some of you, it can be that you've been quietly dealing with something personal behind the scenes, and you're just trying to give your time to your career so that you can kind of forget about the other stuff that you're going through. You're holding it all together right now. I feel like things will get easier. A solution shall be found. Six of Pentacles is always a solution. Six of Pentacles is also an unexpected resource or a nice happy surprise. Okay, so I would also say, because the Three of Swords has popped out there is the potential for a miscommunication this month. I don't like to give that message, but it is coming through. I would say if anyone asks you to do anything, get it in writing, just so there can be no miscommunication there. But if there is a miscommunication, it will be resolved. So don't worry about it. Okay. Also, I feel some of you may have to deal with someone else's mistake in the next coming weeks, but it actually shows you as saving the day. I feel like you're the person to find the solution, and that sets you apart. And it shows that you really are an asset to any team or industry that you work in or for. Okay, now let's zoom out a little bit. We've got the Lovers card there. This is your protagonist energy. So this is about you looking at your working partnerships, your alliances, and it's about, you. I feel like there's one person perhaps you and this person, you don't really get on, or they micromanage you or something like that. I feel suddenly this person has a change of heart or change of direction. Okay, I feel suddenly things get a little bit smoother with this person, and they almost surprise you, but also I feel like you still don't trust this person. So if there's someone who's been singling you out, micromanaging you, or perhaps not being so nice in the working environment, this person, they have a change of heart. Okay, they actually turn their attention elsewhere, but I feel you're kind of right to just keep your eye on it, because this person, they're fluctuating in mood, and it's only a matter of time before they actually come back around to you again, is what I see there. But I feel this person, eventually they're going to leave, whoever this person is. So I feel right now they're just cranky because they're really not happy where they're at. Doesn't make it right that they are singling people out to cause people to walk on eggshells in the working environment, but I feel some of you may even think about taking something to HR just to make sure that you nip it in the bud, let's put it that way. But moving away from the energy, the Lover's card at grassroots, it literally means that your heart is vibing at a frequency to match something that you really want to have in your life, okay? So this is about you working towards something that you love. The most important thing for a Cancerian in your career is, do you love what you do? So right now, I feel like you are checking in with yourself. There's no accident that you got two cards that are connected to your heart space. So this is about loving something that you're passionate about, but when you get the Lover's card in a career or money reading, it's basically time to make a decision. Okay, should you stay? Should you go? Are you happy where you're at, or are you not? Is your working environment changing to the point where you feel there are some things going on behind the scenes that you're not happy with? Does the career or the industry or the role that you're in right now, does it align with your values? This is a card that indicates some of you may also have a head over heart moment in the next coming weeks. For example, if you're in a career that you really love and you enjoy it, and someone is giving you some sort of flirtation vibe, or they're attracted to you, and maybe you're attracted to this person as well, but you think, okay, should I combine a romantic connection with my working environment, or should I keep it professional and just, keep my eye on my goals and, my success? So some of you, especially if you're single, there is a potential there for a work flirtation, work romance, and you may be wondering, can you have the best of both worlds? Well, of course you can, but it's got to remain professional, is what I see there. So just be mindful of that, because the dice is there. It's almost like risky, okay? For example, of course, it's going to be wonderful at the beginning, but what happens if, things get a little bit tense, arguments, things can bleed out into the working environment. So I'm just being given that energy. Think before you act, okay? If it's love and your soulmates, then absolutely go for it. Nothing gets in the way of love. I want you to be aware of that too. Now, the Lover's card, some of you may be thinking about partnering up in business. So you may be thinking about people that you trust, family members, soul tribe members. So if you are thinking about partnering up, some of you may feel it's risky, okay? Some of you may feel that you're dealing with someone who you love, you trust, but sometimes their mood is a little bit changeable. So you may be wondering, should I get the right legal structure in place just to make sure that we're both on the same page? For some of you, you're already in a business partnership and you feel something isn't right. So you may be investigating it. It could be that they're not pulling their weight, or it could be that, with that Seven of Swords and the Mice card, some of you may be wondering, are they being completely honest with you? So you will discover if there is any discrepancy going on. You will discover it in the next coming weeks and months. I would say don't jump to conclusions. Wait till you have facts first, always. But I feel listen to your hunches as well. If there's something you want to investigate, then go for it. This is such a really weird reading, so maybe someone is definitely going through this energy. It's not going to resonate with everyone, that's for sure, but I have to honor what I'm being given. But I'll move away from the energy. Everything will be resolved because, you've got your solution card, which means anything that you find that you're not happy with, or you're going through that is difficult right now, you're going to have a breakthrough and everything will be resolved and there's nothing to worry about. I mean, the Mice card is in the resistance position. It's a card of worry. And because it's in the resistance position, it means there's nothing to worry about, okay? With the Seven of Swords, this can also be a card of you wanting to exert a little bit more independence in your working environment. I've already mentioned you may be dealing with someone who's micromanaging you, or you may feel that you want to branch out and do something else. The Lover's card is a card of duality. So some of you are thinking about launching a second stream of income, maybe becoming an entrepreneur, because you have the Knight of Wands energy, which is a very entrepreneurial, bold card. So some of you are setting things in motion right now. Maybe it's ideas, strategizing in order to launch. And if you are an entrepreneur already, this could be that you want to be like the independent leader of the market. You're trying to do something different, bold, and daring that perhaps other people are not doing right now. And I would say make sure that you copyright or patent anything, because there are a lot of eyes on you right now and they see that you're very talented and very gifted, and they may want to get there first. So just watch out for that, because you're following the right lines of inquiry and they don't have the integrity that you have, so they may try to fast track something without going through the proper legal routes there, and they may try to get there first. Okay, now the Seven of Swords, when you get this card, it can indicate that some of you may be taken unawares with extra work this month. I hate giving that message, but it's there. Okay, I would say again, there's nothing to worry about. You're completely on top of things. There may be someone who is off sick, you know, in your working environment, or takes a day off, and it just means that extra work comes your way. Again, I see that anything that you do that is extra will actually be in your favor because it sets you apart. And I feel right now, the way that the working environment is going, I feel there's a lot of people keeping their eyes out for people who are actually invested in the company. So I would also say, you know, avoid any gossip or any people who tend to be very negative about others, because walls have ears. And right now I get this energy that it feels like people are watching, or I don't want to make you feel paranoid. I don't feel it's like in that way. It's just like it's coming up to appraisal time is what I see. And people are just extra vigilant, keeping their eye on their employees to make sure that they are doing the work and, you know, really loyal to the company. So I feel there may be promotion vibes going on. It feels like people are watching or keeping their eye on people who would be right for that role. And I see with the Ace of Pentacles, right now, they want to give it to you. Okay, they see you as a very strong candidate to step up in some way. Now, the Seven of Swords is also a card of being misunderstood a little bit. So I want you to be doubly aware that there is a potential for misunderstandings in the working environment. So definitely get everything in writing. But the Seven of Swords is basically you not conforming to something that someone wants you to do, okay? Because you're someone who has a certain way of doing something. So I feel like you're honoring how you approach your work. So I see a lot of you looking at the usual typical way of doing something and saying, you know what, I have a unique way of doing it that's actually more time efficient. So I feel like you're going to show off your skills this month. You're going to be very productive, very focused, and I feel like you're going to get a lot done there. And I just feel like for some of you, it's going to put the cat amongst the pigeons. And what I mean by that is you're doing things in a very quick time, and other people are coasting with the same amount of work. So you're like showing them up a little bit. You're showing them in a bad light. So there is a potential for someone to get a little bit bothered by that. Okay, if anyone is trying to pinpoint you, single you out, it means they see you as a threat. So just watch out for that. I don't know why you got such delicate cards this month, but I feel there may be something you'll have to deal with in a very professional manner where you remove yourself from drama and just keep your head down and focus on your projects at hand. This Seven of Swords, it feels very much like diplomacy is needed or called for in this situation. And I'm also being given an energy, especially if you work with your partner, if you are in a business with your partner or someone that you love, I feel there is an energy here of people being under pressure and being just a little bit extra snappy. There's still a lot of love, okay? It's really hard to kind of like separate the two when you're in a business with a person and you're also in a relationship with a person. So I feel both of you have to honor the fact that you're both under a lot of pressure. There's a lot to do. And sometimes the relationship gets lost in the business. And I feel both of you are trying to make sure that you try to keep it separate so that you keep your relationship fresh and alive there as well. Okay. So that's coming out there too. Again, this is not going to resonate with everyone, but I have to honor every energy that comes out. Now we do have the Mice card, and it's in the resistance position. I would say for a lot of you, you're burning the candle at both ends. A lot of you are working extra hard and you are exhausted. Just make sure that you guard your immune system, because this is a strong potential time for you to get a seasonal cold that could stop you in your tracks just when you are making major headway in a project or whatever it is you're working on. Now, it says here worry, stress, sneaky, toxic, draining. So it is in the resistance position like you got it in the reverse. So some of you are actually putting your resume out there right now in order to leave a position that you feel is draining your energy, not utilizing your skill set fully, and you feel it's really toxic. It's not good for you. So I feel like you're actually deciding to go where there is, an opportunity for you to utilize your skills, but also for you to be appreciated, because some of you feel that you're misunderstood or that you are just not appreciated or not noticed for all the work that you're doing. You're actually going to be surprised if you do give in your notice, because some of you are and some of you are going to stick it out, is what I see there. If you do give in your notice, I feel like you will get a heartfelt message from someone who really appreciates all you've done for the company. And this person is very high up. If you're an entrepreneur and you're deciding to close a branch of your business or close something that you feel isn't working, okay, I feel just before you do it, there's like a breakthrough, okay? So I would say you'll see some miracles, let's put it that way, in the month of October in particular. I feel there's more attention drawn to your business, and then you get to decide whether you continue in that vein or whether you sort of focus on something else. Because I feel right now your focus is in two directions, and I feel eventually it will streamline where you could either merge it. It feels, I feel merge energy. So maybe I'm not sure what I'm talking about. Maybe you know more about what I'm talking about there. Maybe it's about, migrating your skill set to something that you're thinking is a great idea right now. And it is a great idea, and it is going to be very successful. Now, I would say with this card, managing stress levels, very important. Keeping healthy boundaries high, especially if you are an entrepreneur, because when you love what you do, because we've got the Lover's card there, that can mean that sometimes you work overtime. A lot of you are working overtime, but it's like, please make sure that you get the good quality rest that you need. Because, if you're an entrepreneur, you know that sometimes you've left the 9 to 5, but you're working 24/7 because it's always on your mind, your business, you've got new ideas, but also you're always like dipping in and out of work, even when you're taking some time off. So I would say make sure that you honor your body, mind, and soul. Okay. But I see a lot of you like removing yourself from a very toxic kind of environment. Even if it's you staying where you're at right now, I just feel like you're avoiding certain people in order to remain focused and diligent and moving towards your goals. Now, we do have the Seven of Cups in the resistance position, and this, actually connects to that song, because Seven of Cups in the resistance position, it's about giving up on something. And that song is literally saying, don't give up, okay? Because anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. Something that you've been working so diligently towards, to the point where you haven't seen results yet, is suddenly going to flourish and bear fruit. And it's taken a long time, but it will be successful. You've been patient with it, but now is the breakthrough moment, the thing that you've been waiting for. So if you have been working really hard towards a promotion that never comes, suddenly you're going to hear about it. Ace of Pentacles, something is being offered to you. Also, I see a lot of you being given a gift in the next coming weeks. This could be a small gift left on your table. It could be like a croissant in the morning, someone just bringing you a little bit of breakfast. Maybe it's like a flower or, a token of appreciation. Maybe it's actually a bonus. A lot of you, it's a financial bonus is what I see there. And it could be with that Knight of Wands that you're asked to figurehead a new department or even a new way of working, and it will bear fruit for you. For some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, this could be that suddenly you make a larger amount of money and you're able to give yourself a little bit more dividends or invest in a certain way. But with the Seven of Cups, I would say definitely don't give up on something, because you're about to have a major breakthrough on it. And also, the Seven of Cups is you being dissatisfied with the development so far. So you're checking the exchange. And it's really about having the courage to admit something isn't working. But it's also about not giving up on it or letting it go. It's like finding an alternative way to approach it. So it's more interesting, more lucrative, and gives you more time for you. So some of you could be looking at schedules this month, working in a different way. If you work better in the morning, for example, it's about implementing that. If you're better working in the evening, implementing that schedule and just shifting things around so that things work smoother for you, because I feel it's been a bit bumpy recently, but things as you move towards the end of October are going to get so much more smoother for you. Could be the end of a season or an end of a project. You're tying up loose ends and you're onto something new, but it feels like when you're in the midst of something, it's a little bit chaotic and you're just trying to manage it as best as possible. And then when you come out the other side, it's going to be so rewarding. Okay. Now we do have the Sun card. So it's in the resistance position. A lot of you, especially with the mice card, you're exhausted, like on a soul level, not just in your career, but in general, life in general. You're just like, oh my gosh, it's never ending. But I do see some sort of breakthrough happening for you where things get infinitely better. For some of you, if you've been out of work and you've been looking for a job and you're someone who I feel like you may have been told a lot that you are overqualified, okay? And that just basically means that you're really awesome at what you do. You've got the qualifications, you've got the skills, you're established at what you do, but they're being a bit cheeky. They don't want to offer you the salary they know you deserve. So by saying, oh, you're overqualified, that makes you think, oh, no, I'm not. You know what? I'll take that lesser money. I'll take that, because they're trying to sort of assess whether you are willing to just take less, okay? And I feel like you haven't taken less, so that's why perhaps some of the roles that have come your way are not right for you. But I do see a very lucrative one coming in. So again, that song does apply. If you are applying for lots of roles, new jobs or opportunities, don't give up, because there is a new one coming in that is perfect for you with the right money. It's a starting position that is actually not a starting salary, as it were. It's a little bit higher, so it's a nice amount of money, but you will staircase financially in that role, and it's because you do things that other people don't do. You go above and beyond in the role, but you offer a certain skill set that other people don't have. So remember your unique skills. You've got talents that other people don't have. So I want you to be aware of that. Some of you with the Sun card, you're just feeling a little bit low energy, or you feel there's low workers' morale right now, and you're hoping that things will change. But, the Sun card will go into the upright, which means more vitality. It means, you growing and flourishing in your career. It means success, and it also means peace. A lot of you, because of the cards that you got, the Seven of Swords, it can also indicate someone thieving your ideas, or it can indicate, an opportunist coming in. I would say just be a little bit mindful in your working environment. If you're the sort of person who leaves your cell phone on your desk or your wallet on your desk, I would say lock it in the drawer, okay? Just for the month of September, October, because there may be an opportunist who comes in. They may even be just like delivering something. I just see with the cards that you got, I got to be honest with you, there's a potential for someone to say, oh yeah, that's nice, I'll have that, thanks very much. And you worked hard for that. So I would just say protect items in your working environment, just in case. It could literally be that you hear that someone has had something taken in the office. It may just be something as small as a sandwich, right? But that's important. It's food. It's more important than other things. So I would just say, just keep your eye on stuff, right? You may hear of that. But the Sun card, let's bring it back. It's turning in the upright. There's a lot of positive energy here for you. And I feel anything that has been, a little bit low vibe energy, or, misunderstood, or even, if there's a theft, for example, the person will be caught. This person will be seen, because the Sun card is to reveal. It is to put things in the spotlight. Now, I do feel a lot of you are going to make some bold move in your career. It may be as simple as you get in the lift with the person who owns the company, and you have like a conversation that is spontaneous, impromptu, and this person looks at you like, wow, you know what? I kind of like you. I kind of want to know a little bit more about you and what you do. And they may actually start to strike up a rapport with you and open incredible doors for you. It could be as simple as that, or it could be something that you physically do that sets you apart from other people, because there is an energy here of you being in the spotlight, gaining recognition, and being successful for something. So yeah, I feel it's a gamble that pays off. You got the dice card at the end of the month. So this can be an energy here of having faith, and that fate is going to intervene to bring you something you've worked really hard for. But also, I've already mentioned, this energy of game playing, even like micromanaging. I feel it will be dissolved, but temporarily, okay? This person, eventually they will leave. I've also got an energy here of boldness, being uninhibited in your endeavors. It's like, have confidence in your skill set because you are second to none. And I definitely see that there is an opportunity for you to either launch something or go for something that you are going to win at, okay? We've got the Knight of Wands here, which kind of like clarifies the dice card. This is a card where it's entrepreneurship, or it's an energy of following your passions, taking a risk on something, backing yourself and believing in yourself, and being unstoppable in your determination to get things done. So I feel like you're going to be very productive, but at the same time you do something that's a little bit off the cuff that sets you apart, and there's a lot of success there as well. Very creative time for you. I feel like you're totally in the flow of your endeavors. And I feel this is a time here where your passions bring rewards. I feel everything starts with a plan, but I am getting an energy here that, you are going to be very independent. And I get this kind of energy that some of you are going to be asked to lead a team, or to give a presentation, or give a talk, or inspire others as well. Maybe even train someone to do what you do, but it's for another branch. So it's not that you're training someone to do your job so that they can take your job, unless you're going on a vacation. But I feel it's more that you could be asked to train someone in whatever it is that you do so that they can be seconded to a different branch and figurehead that as well. But I mean, I feel the majority of you, this is about you being active, taking action on your plans, being very productive, and thinking about ways to set up an entrepreneurship if you're not one already. And if you are one already, I feel like you're destined for a new adventure. You are branching out in a certain way where you're innovating what you do already, but I feel like there's different links to it where you could go international, or you could get more sort of widely known for what you do because you're doing something different and original that other people are not doing. This is the month to embrace your originality, whether you're working for a company or you're working for yourself. Now, we've got the Two of Swords there. Two of Swords is an energy of stalemate, okay? It can indicate that you're considering your options. It's hard to make a decision. That's what I see here. But in the next 6 weeks, you will make that decision, and you will know how to proceed on the next part of your journey in your career. So the Lover's card is like you have something to weigh up right now. You're looking at your options, head over heart energy. Two of Swords is like the answer will come to you in stillness. So find a quiet moment if that's possible, because I see that you're pushed and pulled in many different directions. You're very busy at the moment, but in a peaceful state of mind, you will find the right answer for you there. The Two of Swords actually can indicate a discussion as well. So I feel a lot of you, there could be a meeting that's very important where you discuss, your trajectory in your working environment, or even like a blueprint, a plan that you have. For some of you, for example, it could be a business plan that you're drawing up right now, and you need to have a discussion with your financial advisor. For some of you, it could be that you're talking to your boss. Others, it could be that you're talking to leading industry officials so that you can open new doors for your business, or maybe even lucrative clients. It's like a way of being very personable, getting to know them, and basically opening new doors or working in partnership alliances. Because remember, being in a business partnership, it doesn't mean that you're like officially documented in a partnership. It could be that, you own a shop, for example, and anyone who comes in to purchase from your shop, they are your business partnerships. They are your alliances. They are your clients. And it's about you being really personable, because when you love what you do, it shows in your industry and it shows in your work. So I feel this is about people noticing you and how you love what you do. And that actually draws more opportunity towards you. So this Two of Swords, there is an energy here of balancing things, because I'm also getting that you are very busy and you have a lot on your plate right now. So it's about prioritizing what's important, and anything else, I feel like you will do it when you are good and ready. But it feels you're focusing on the things that you love doing right now that are critical, and you're being very discerning about what you focus on at the beginning of the month, and everything else I feel like you will play catch up on, is what I see there too. Two of Swords, I feel if you are dealing with someone who's been micromanaging you, or has been bullying you, or anything in the working environment, there's a mediation here. So you may have a meeting with that governing body to find some sort of solution. A solution will be found, okay? But I would keep your eye on things there as well. Now, that gives me a tenuous link to your next card, keeping an eye on things. We got the Strength card there. This is at the end of the month, so this is about you being calm under pressure, but it's about you overcoming any obstacle that you've been faced with, and basically you are a real force to be reckoned with. This is you not being held back in any way. This is about you striding boldly forward in your personal power, and it's a card where you're honoring your own needs and your needs are being met. Also, a lot of you are keeping your eyes peeled for new opportunities, and if that's the case, there is one coming on in that is going to be very lucrative for you. And some of you are literally launching something at the end of October, a new business idea or a new strategy or a new plan, maybe even a new project. Whatever it is, it's going to bring in more wealth for you. And a lot of you, if you work for a company, there's going to be some sort of incentive for your loyalty to the company. It could be a small raise in your income. Could also be that you're going to hear that you're going to be offered a bonus towards the end of the year there too. But it is money that will transform. Okay, is what I see there. This is the start of fortune. A lot of you, if you're leaving the company that you're in, or you're being offered a new role, I feel this is an opportunity to increase your wealth. But ultimately, whatever it is that you do for a living, this is about you recognizing that you are aligned with success. So I feel there's some sort of evidence on the physical plane that you're generating more resources and you're making an impact in the industry that you work in, and that you will have a payoff there in terms of a material amount of money, right? So, and it will transform your finances. Now, looking at your energy, a lot of you may be thinking about investing in pensions. Independently, you may be thinking about going into stocks and shares as well. I would say, looking at the risky cards, I would say get some financial advice before you enter into something that could be potentially risky there, because you don't want to have an immediate loss, is what I see there. So just watch out for that. I mean, economically, October is a bit of a volatile month, so I would just watch out for that there too. But I see a lot of positive things heading in your direction. Don't get me wrong, you've been working really hard for it, but I feel the month of September into October, it's like maintaining the status quo. You're basically doing, I think that's coming out. Yeah, you're doing what you usually do. You're keeping momentum on something that you've been sustaining for quite some time, but something that you've been working hard to accomplish, you will see evidence that actually you're heading in the right direction. And if you've been struggling with something, you see a breakthrough, okay? Whoa, okay. So we have 3 final cards for you. We've got many talents. Yeah, you've definitely got many talents there. So this is about prioritizing and channeling migrating skills as well. It says here, you have a lot of skills to discover and use for good. Don't sell yourself short. I think I mentioned that already about not accepting less than you truly deserve and desire. Also, there's little presents there. So I feel that's indicative of the fact that I said someone's going to leave a little gift on your desk. Could also be that a client leaves a good review for you that you didn't ask for, or it could be, they may send you something as a token of appreciation there too. Now we've also got the rings there, commitment. Now because you got the Lover's card and of course the heart padlock, could be that you secure a deal that will be a long-lasting binding contract. A proposal is put on the table for you. whether it's a new role. If it is a new role in a company that you've worked for quite some time, please check your contracts, because anything that you sign for now will nullify any benefits you had in the past. And if they are not present in the contract that you're signing now, it may mean that you lose out on those benefits. So just watch out for that. Also, I gotta honor the fact that some of you may be taking some time off work briefly in order to get married and go on a honeymoon. If that's you, congratulations. You're going to have a fabulous time, is what I see there. But let's read this. It says, accepting a position that helps you build lasting security, long-term stability. And I definitely see something on the horizon there for you. But if you're in that already, I feel this is also you flourishing in this, just avoiding drama or toxicity and keeping your eye on the task at hand. And finally, we've got nurturing. So this definitely came up there, making sure that you get good quality rest. Health is really important. Take care of yourself and your loved ones over all else. Love is the real treasure. And you start with those cards. You recognize that, of course, we need money to pay bills. We need to be able to eat and feed ourselves, clothe ourselves, all of those things. But ultimately, the most important is family. Most important is love. So I feel like you have a healthy balance of, looking after your family, because a lot of you are breadwinners. You may be the primary person who's making the money, or you may be someone who is caring for others or distributing your finances in the family unit to help other people. That's so admirable. And it's like, don't work yourself to the bone, though, to make sure that that happens. I feel there could be some sort of benefit or resource out there available to help you. So you may discover that in the month of October in particular, and it will help you. You may need to sign some forms to fill out first, and they may be very long and a lot of jargon, but pursue. Don't give up on them. Make sure you sign them and fill them out. So yeah, let's go and get some final trinkets before we close. We have the dragon. Now the dragon, this is the year of the dragon, so this is a year of success. You'll have a lot of success before the year is out, that's for sure. But this is about you honoring your energy, empowerment. This is about you making a difference, and it's also that creative force that is within you. If you think about fire, that is a creative force, a regenerative force. So it can mean that you are, getting rid of the things that perhaps burden you day to day, that are tasks that can be done by a certain computer program or software. Maybe you're going to implement new ways of working so that you can actually free up some time for you to do more of the creative stuff. This is also about you reigniting your passion for your career, breathing life into something that perhaps has been difficult or flailing a little bit. So it could be that you revisit an idea or revisit something that didn't work or hasn't been working. The energy is don't give up on something, because I feel like you're breathing new life into it, and it will be a major success. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. That was a very complex reading. It's certainly not going to resonate with everyone. So whoever it does resonate with, know that there is some really good stuff coming your way. And if it does resonate, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. It lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians, and love and light.